The Wright brothers were two of 7 children born to Milton Wright and Susan Catherine Kerner. Wilbur was born near Millville, Indiana in 1867. Orville was born in Dayton, Ohio, 1871. The brothers never married. In 1878, their father, who traveled often as a bishop in the Church of the United Brethren in Christ, brought home a toy helicopter for his 2 younger sons. The device was based on an invention from a French aeronautical pioneer. It was made of paper, bamboo, and cork with a rubber band to twirl its rotor and was about a foot long. Wilbur and Orville played with it until it broke, and then they built their own. In later years, they pointed out their experience with the toy as the initial spark of their interest in flying. Before they made a successful plane, the Wright brothers had a series of gliders. The gliders would stay in the air, but only for short periods of time. In order for the gliders to stay off the ground for a greater amount of time, there would have to be a motor. The Wright brothers would constantly run trials with their gliders in Kitty Hawk, North Carolina, and were constantly leaving and returning with new ideas. They were always making new models and changing the design of their gliders to make the flights longer. The brothers built the motor, and on December 17, 1903, Orville Wright piloted the first powered airplane 20 feet above a beach in Kitty Hawk, North Carolina. The flight lasted 12 seconds and covered 120 feet. Months before the first flight, an American scientist claimed to have proven that flying aircraft would be impossible. When a pilot attempting to fly plunged into the Potomac River and died, his theory seemed to be confirmed. The Wright brothers changed the world by making the first successfully powered flight despite being told that they would fail. Their flight resulted in people being able to fly anywhere in only a few hours. It also resulted in biplanes, monoplanes, using planes in wars, and many more things. Without their creativity, we may not have all the airplanes that we do today.
Thursday, December the 17th, 1903, news came clattering across the world's wire machines that 2 brothers from Dayton in Ohio had flown a curious-looking air machine over the beach at Kitty Hawk in North Carolina for more than a minute. And if anyone was skeptical about the claim, these pictures were to prove it was true. For several years at the turn of the century, dozens of groups in Europe and America had been trying to get a flying machine to work. But defying gravity wasn't proving easy. Nevertheless, Wilbur and Orville Wright, after a long period of trial and error, found a formula that seemed to work. The problem they and everyone else had faced was how to generate enough power to get the machine off the ground and to keep it going once it was up in a stable and steady flight. The Wrights had developed a lightweight 25 horsepower engine which provided a much higher power to weight ratio than anything that had gone before. With this and a little help on the launch site from a heavy lead weight, they were airborne and away. This dramatically successful flight was the result of several years of secret work by the Wrights, using models in a wind tunnel near their home. Only the most far-sighted and enthusiastic believed at the time that what the brothers were doing would have any lasting significance. But what they just witnessed was the start of a transport revolution. From now on, the world was to become in many ways a much smaller place.